let's take a look at solving equations again here, but this time we're going to use a division property to actually solve for x. I wonder what that has to do with what we're doing here. It's a curious thing. Now here's some different ways of representing division using variables. You could say 6x divided by 5, or we could have it another way. We could have 6x over 5. Now, a fraction always represents division. You can take and divide the denominator into the numerator. So here is another example here. Ooh, it looks like we're in some, or at some forbidden planet. Oh, there's our rocket ship, and there's a plank coming down. Oh, and what's this that came down the little ramp there? It looked like a little rover of some sort. Looks like another shot of the planet. Well, here comes our little rover. It looks like he's sort of prospecting for something. And he's got his robotic arm there, and he's reaching deep into a crater. Let's see what it comes up with. There's something on the end. I can't quite make it out. It's a problem. 8x equals 16. Now, in order to work a problem like this, let's take the coefficient of x, which is 8, and divide that into both sides. Now, the left-hand side, the 8's will just cancel out, so we'll get just a 1x. And on the right-hand side, 8 divided by 16 is just 2. So that's our strategy in this lesson here. Oh, it looks like our rover's going to go for another problem in the crater. Strange, there's these aliens here must have been really smart to have stored problems in their craters. All right. Now, here's 98 equals 14a. Let's take the coefficient of a and divide that into both sides. On the right-hand side, you'll just get a, and on the left-hand side, you divide 14 into 98, that's just 7. So, there we are. Now, here we have decimals again. But let's work it the same way. Take the coefficient of b, divide it into both sides. The right-hand side, those 0.5s will just cancel out, and you'll just have a b. Now, on the left-hand side, notice that there's one decimal place to the right of the decimal point there. If we multiply by 10, it moves the decimal point over one place to the right. So we'll get 105 over 5, and then that equals 21. So that's a little trick that you can use here if you don't want to mess with dividing decimals. Okay, here's another decimal problem. We'll use that same sort of trick on this one. Divide 0.08 into both sides, and the left-hand side will just get x. And on the right-hand side, notice that 0.8, there's two numbers to the right of the decimal point. So if we multiply by 100, it moves the decimal point over two places to the right on both the numerator and denominator. So we'll get 960 over 8, and then that cleanly divides out to 120. And it looks like we're at a different part of that planet. Here comes our rover. He's moving along here. I think he's going to dig us up another problem. So let's see how that goes. Looks like he's having a little bit of a trouble here. Maybe he has to go down a little bit deeper to pull it out. So, here comes our next problem. 8x equals 85. Take the coefficient of x, which is 8, divide that into both sides, and on the left-hand side, you'll get x. On the right-hand side, you'll get 85 over 8. Now, 8 doesn't divide into 85 evenly, so we can change that to a mixed number, and it should be 10 and 5/8. So we'll run into that situation sometime. Actually, our next problem will be like that too. So 15y equals 126. Take the 15 divide it into both sides. We'll get y on the left-hand side, and then 126 over 15. Again, 15 does not go into 126 evenly, so again we'll end up with a mixed number. So we get 8 and 6/15. Now that 6/15 can be further reduced to 2/5, so we get 8 and 2/5. Here's our rocket again. Misbelieving the plan. Well, thank you.